Hello, I'm Rahul and today I'm going to talk about a very common and deeply frustrating problem, inferiority complex. I think most of us might have felt inferior to someone at some point in life. And when you are living under the grip of this complex, you feel handicapped because you're living with this constant sense of lack. And with such a state of being, your life merely becomes a painful existence. So let's try to understand what inferiority complex is and how to fix it completely. The fundamental cause of inferiority is comparison. If you don't compare yourself with others, then you're just yourself. Then you're neither superior nor inferior to anyone. How can be you superior or inferior if you're just yourself? So only a mind that thinks in terms of comparisons and measurements can feel inferior or superior to someone. And it is so stupid to compare and measure yourself against others. Why? Because any day your superiority can turn into inferiority, or your inferiority can turn into superiority. You just need to come across a person who is inferior to you in some sense, and immediately you feel this pleasure. Remember, superiority brings pleasure and inferiority brings fear. The moment you're going to come across a person who is less intelligent than you or less charismatic than you, you feel superior to that person, you will feel the pleasure. And the moment you will find someone who is more charismatic, more intelligent, or more rich in terms of anything, you will immediately feel this fear. You will immediately feel this inferiority. So inferiority and superiority are just two sides of the same coin. The cure lies in realizing that the coin itself is false. The coin itself is wrong. Now the question arises that if comparison is so stupid, then why do we still compare ourselves with others? The problem is that as a society we are heavily conditioned to think of ourselves as individuals. Individuals who have to constantly compare and compete with others in order to win. This is our childhood training. Every child is taught comparison, every child is taught competition, and the authorities do it, the parents and the teachers. This somehow creates a mindset in the child that he has to constantly fight with others, compete with others, compare himself against others to win. Now if you're going to constantly compare yourself with others, one thing is certain, that sooner or later you will come across your insufficiency. Because the world is so rich and each one of us is unique. Somebody is a better painter, somebody is a better dancer, somebody is a great pianist. If you're going to compare yourself with others, you will feel inferior to someone. It's bound to happen. You will also feel superior to someone. That's also bound to happen. But does it mean that you have to feel inferior or superior? Not at all. You can live as the way you are without any sense of inferiority or superiority. That's what intelligence is. The problem is that we are heavily trained to focus on our insufficiencies and overcome them. But what if certain insufficiencies are meant to be there? What if they are to be accepted as a part of life? Just try to imagine Albert Einstein trying to play soccer. Now one thing is certain, that he would have sucked at playing soccer. Now if he would have focused all his energies into getting better at soccer, the world would have missed the genius. So all the people who have reached great heights in life are the people who embraced themselves completely, are the people who simply allowed the existence to fulfill its desire through them. Now till the time you won't drop comparison, you cannot get rid of the inferiority complex. Because inferiority or superiority is just a byproduct of comparison. So drop comparison. And how you're going to do it? By embracing and accepting yourself as the way you are. You need to understand that you are a unique expression of life. Let it sink deep in your heart that there has never been anyone on this planet like you before, and there never will be. You are this much special. Isn't it enough to drop comparison? Isn't it enough to respect your uniqueness? Isn't it enough to love and embrace yourself as the way you are? It is enough. So embrace yourself and drop the neurosis of comparison. And I want you to do a small experiment also. For the next few weeks, just accept yourself as the way you are, without any intent of becoming something. If you're going to accept yourself as the way you are without any hesitation, one thing is bound to happen. You will find a great ease in your being. And with that ease, there will be a naturalness. In that naturalness, you will realize your inclinations, your strengths, and you will be kind of flowing. You won't have this neurosis of constantly comparing yourself with others. And once you start living in that naturalness, there is great joy, there is great ecstasy, there is great contentment waiting for you there. So I hope that you're going to do this experiment, and I wish you all the best for that.